In today's news, alcohol, marijuana-infused foods found on ESHS campuses. Ex-minister confident despite DPP's appeal in wall project case. Minister and key officials provide update on road rehabilitation. Deadline set for the February 28th applications. BVI financial services firms demonstrated their expertise in 2024. Local content creator shares details of latest project. In addition, technical director speaks on benefits of the CONCACAF workshop, and VG United beats Panthers 4-0, leadings standing on goal difference. We have the details of this and much more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Just give me my service. Yeah. Just give me my service. Just give me my service.
Make the switch to CCT and get connected today. Unlimited talk, text, and data. Visit any CCT store or call us at 444-4444. CCT, life unlimited.
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of wind and flew right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is January 31st, 2025. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Friday's wish to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast on the local scene. In an official statement, the Ministry of Education said they are deeply concerned about recent reports of illegal substances, including alcohol, marijuana-infused foods, and sexual enhancement drugs in secondary schools across the BVI. They said, and I quote, "We take this matter seriously and are working closely with law enforcement and other relevant agencies to safeguard our students." Additionally, they said, and I quote, "Reports confirm that these substances are being brought onto school campuses by students, some of whom are distributing or selling them to their peers." Now, these drugs, viewers, pose a significant risk, as you would imagine, to students' health and their behavior. In the past 48 hours, multiple students, they said, have been suspended after being caught in possession of these substances. The ministry said it fully supports schools enforcing a zero-tolerance policy for illegal drugs and will continue collaborating with the Social Development Department and the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force to address this issue. Additionally, they said they remain committed to ensuring, that is the ministry, that students remain safe and identifying those responsible for the bringing of substances onto the school grounds, while also providing targeted intervention and support where necessary. Additionally, the ministry has urged parents and the wider community to have open discussions with young persons about the dangers of drug use and to report any suspicious activity immediately. They are also appealing to local establishments and vendors to refrain from selling these substances or related paraphernalia to minors. Schools will continue to educate students on drug prevention and serious consequences of substance abuse. During a recent press conference, 6th District Representative, the Honorable Myron V. Walwyn, and former Education Minister spoke on the dangers that students are exposed to from a lack of protection. His response came as a result of a question posed by the media regarding his acquittal in the ESHS perimeter wall investigations.
All we tried to do was to protect the students at the Almost Out High School that we are seeing now, that there's so many different challenges there at the school. My only regret is that they didn't finish the wall to protect the school the way it should be protected. You heard on the news yesterday that drugs are coming into the school now, sexual enhancement drugs and all manner of things are happening on the campus. The campus is totally exposed. So why you try to crucify me for something that didn't happen? You're now showing dereliction of duty by not protecting the children at the campus, which was really the intention.
In a related matter, a message circulated via WhatsApp from the principal of the Enid Adams Primary School and advising parents to discuss the dangers of accepting items from strangers with their children. Reports indicated that an individual unaffiliated with the school has been distributing candy and other items to students near the festival grounds. 6th District Representative, the Honorable Myron V. Walwyn, has spoken out for the very first time since the High Court's ruling of no case to answer, which effectively cleared him of any wrongdoing in the Elmore Stout High School perimeter wall case. The ruling, delivered by Senior Magistrate Tamia Richards on January 21st, 2025, found no sufficient evidence against Walwyn or former Assistant Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Ms. Lorna Stevens, in connection with the incomplete 2014 project, which saw over $1 million spent. Walwyn, a former Minister of Education, has consistently maintained his innocence in the matter, a stance he reiterated following the ruling. Speaking on the decision at a recently held press conference on Thursday, he stated, and I quote, "There was no evidence because there was no wrongdoing." He emphasized that the magistrate's ruling aligns with what he had asserted long before he was officially charged in 2022.
My position all along has been that we are innocent of the allegations that were brought against us, and I said myself and the Assistant Secretary Lorna Stevens at the time. A no-case submission was made by our respective attorneys. When you make a no-case submission, there are two limbs that you can make it on. You can make it on the fact that there is no evidence, and you can make it on the fact that there is evidence, but the evidence is tenuous in nature. Our no-case submission was made on the fact that there was no evidence. And there was no evidence because there was no wrongdoing. And the Chief Magistrate, in her very good ruling, ruled that there was absolutely no evidence that any wrongdoing was committed at all.
Despite the ruling in Walwyn's favor, Director of Public Prosecutions Tiffany Scatliffe has since appealed the decision, citing 3 key grounds. The first, that the learned magistrate exceeded her jurisdiction in the case. The second, that the legal evidence substantially affecting the merits of the case was rejected by the court. And the third, that her decision, the magistrate that is, of the court was unreasonable. Walwyn responded to the appeal with confidence in the judicial system and high hopes that the ruling would stand.
The appeal process, if the DPP chooses to use her authority to do that, that's a matter for her. The Court of Appeal will make a determination at that time. I have the utmost respect for the judicial system of the BVI. It is one that I've practiced in now, and this is my 19th year, so I have confidence in them. And I trust that the appeal court will do the right thing. So I am not worried about it because I know we did absolutely nothing wrong. All we tried to do was to protect the students at the Elmore Stout High School that we are seeing now, that there's so many different challenges there at the school. My only regret is that they didn't finish the wall to protect the school the way it should be protected.
In a recent Government Information Services update, Minister for Communications and Works, the Honorable Kai M. Reimer, supported by his Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Alia Smith-Maduru, provided updates on road works across the Virgin Islands.
As you know, we started some road walks last year. We're here now at Parham Town to show you the progress made thus far and what the guys have been doing.
Trust me, I've been observing. The works started on Monday. They came from the Trellis Bay area and we're heading westward. And, we got as far as to the bridge yesterday. And now we are moving towards the west on this road here in Parham Town. This has been a road for a long time that we always looked at, and we did just the patching because the intent is always to install the main sewer lines and do the sewage works. But knowing that this is basically the main thoroughfare, this road definitely needs to be addressed so that persons traversing the area would have a smooth traversing in the area. So we are happy that this work is being done today as you mentioned, continue the project that we started back from last year. And the works are ongoing now, and we're quite happy to see this happening. And I know the residents as well, they're quite pleased for the interim work that is being done here.
So So later on, we will have some other roadworks going on for the installation of sewage and upgrading the water infrastructure in this very area.
We have additional plans for roadworks in the territory, and we are doing a roadwork down in Hadges Creek area, and we will connect all these roads together at some point.
Mr. Jeremy Hodge, Acting Director of the Public Works Department, also spoke on progress and the reasoning behind many of the recent decisions.
So what you're seeing here is that this crossing, which is basically a drain to accommodate the gut that comes out here. When we rebuilt this bridge, this crossing, we did have in mind the asphalt layers that was going to go in here from what we planned. Right. So as you can see here, with the asphalt starting from past Alfonso's gas station, we fixed the approach heading towards this bridge so that you can have a nice smooth transition as we go over the bridge. Beyond this bridge, we're going to basically be putting a thin layer of asphalt moving forward from here to about the Willard Whitney School just before. We're not putting down a very thick layer because we're going to be sinking the sewage lines that has to go here. That was already tendered, but we want to make the road bearable
in the meantime
throughout the eastern area.
Hodge also spoke on the ongoing roadworks in the Seacows Bay area.
In Seacows Bay, I know we had some complaints about how high the crossings seem, but they had to go a little higher because the road is basically at sea level. So you want to give the water some space to play and stay within there instead of spilling into the road so much. So it allowed us to see what we needed to do. Those intersections, we've been putting concrete slabs where the water gushes out from those hills onto the main road and compromising the asphalt. We've raised those areas with concrete, so those areas will always remain concrete and the asphalt will meet each side. So when the water comes out, it does not compromise the asphalt. So by the time we finish paving Seacows Bay, those areas that seem a bit high for those drainage and those crossings, they will look like this.
Something similar, like a
smooth transition over them.
Up next, viewers, we have much more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break. Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman by yours truly, Ron Grant, presents Season 7. Introducing Travi Rose, Creative Director. Alex Lake, Businessman. Sean Black, Cinematographer. Dakari Wheatley Adams, Content Creator. Donandre Millwood, Educator and Musician. Hashim Dream, Entertainer. James Todman Sr., Contractor. Dr. Albert Tompkins, Psychotherapist. Walter Barrett, Author. Rakim Todman, Producer and Engineer. Kamal Letson, Photographer. Roosevelt Smith III, Sales Manager and Hospitality Professional. Leland Abraham, IT Technician and Cybersecurity Analyst. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman Season 7, coming January 29th at 8 p.m. exclusively on 284 Media. Get ready to reason, reflect, and redefine yourself through the stories of real-life heroes. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman Season 7, Raising a Generation of Greatness. Voted Top 35 Gentleman Podcast Worldwide by FeedSpot and BI Icon Award winner. Welcome back, everyone, and thank you all for sticking with us. The government of the Virgin Islands has reopened the Virgin Islands Scholarship Application Portal for the 2025-2026 academic year. The Ministry of Education, Youth Affairs, and Sports is accepting scholarship applications in 10 priority areas, including education, health, infrastructure, technology, and much more. The comprehensive list of study areas is available on the government's website at bvi.gov.vg. Applicants can access the online portal directly at bvi.gov.smapply.io. Now, viewers, all applications must be submitted electronically by the deadline of February 28th of 2025. The scholarship program aims, they say, to support Virgin Islands students pursuing higher education and career development in key sectors. Funding is available for both undergraduate as well as graduate level studies. Interested applicants are encouraged to review the priority areas and apply through the government's online portal before the upcoming deadline. As the British Virgin Islands celebrates 40 years since the incorporation of its very first international business company in 1984, the jurisdiction has once again proven itself as a leading and trusted international financial center. In 2024, despite global economic challenges, BVI Financial Services firms demonstrated their unparalleled expertise, facilitating a wide range of innovative, high-value, and complex transactions across various sectors, including digital assets, restructuring, substantial finance, and insolvencies. The global impact of the BVI has been reinforced by the Beyond Globalization Report 1, which estimates that the jurisdiction facilitates approximately 1.4 trillion in cross-border trade and investment. This, of course, underscores the pivotal role the BVI plays in connecting international markets and driving economic growth on a global scale. Elise Donlin, CEO of the BVI Finance, lauded the sector's resilience and continued innovation. She said 2024 has been a testament to the adaptability and expertise of the BVI's financial services industry. Dr. The Honorable Natalia D. Whitley, Premier and Minister of Financial Services, highlighted the jurisdiction's strategic growth, stating, and I quote, "The BVI's financial services sector continues to grow from strength to strength through technology advancements and, of course, a commitment to diversification. We have solidified our presence in key global markets, strengthening partnership in Asia with a focus on green energy, digital assets, and private equity, underscores our resolve to position the BVI," he said, "as a leader in sustainable and forward-thinking financial services. Restructuring expertise, BVI firms showcase their world-class restructuring expertise, successfully navigating complex areas across border cases." Kelly Kellyful Smith, a prominent advocate for documenting Virgin Islands culture and experiences, recently visited our Tweet 4 Media studio to discuss her latest project, and I quote, "The Virgin Islands Princess." According to Smith, the new series is close to her heart and has been a long time in the making.
So my most recent project is the Virgin Islands Princess. It's an idea I've had for a while because I want to learn more about the Virgin Islands, about our history and culture, and as a content creator, I'm like, I could share it with the world as well. So that's my aim for this project. So the first episode, it was more fiction, actually. So I wrote a script, we plotted it out, and we went out. I don't want to spoil it for the viewers. You can definitely check it out on YouTube. But I play the Virgin Islands Princess, and I'm going out on my first adventure into the Virgin Islands.
She expressed gratitude to her team, including her father, who have been involved in the process.
I have lots of people supporting me with filming, like my dad. He's always helping me record, or people who I can bounce ideas off of. So I'm great to have this like growing bubble of people. So for the first episode, I feel like that took the longest time because it was script writing, it was storyboarding, it was location scouting, the whole thing. And when you have an idea, you want it to be the best possible version of it. But then as you go about doing it, you realize, well, we have to work with what we have. And obviously there's the expectation versus reality. But I'm really proud and glad of how I was able to turn the original concept into a living thing.
Smith also provided an update on her original project, Kellyful, which has been described as a time capsule of her life. The ongoing series aims to capture authentic Virgin Islands experiences as well to preserve the territory's rich cultural heritage.
So Kellyful is a time capsule of my life. I want to capture as many moments as possible in this time period, so the good and the bad. And my most recent adventure was traveling abroad because that was my first time going to New York, and I definitely wanted to capture it. So I took lots of pictures, I uploaded vlogs on it, and I'm actually editing the full version where you could see like all the pieces you can't see on TikTok. You get to see the ups and the downs and all of that.
Now, the Virgin Islands Princess project is the latest initiative in Smith's efforts to showcase the territory's people, customs, and way of life. As an advocate for authenticity, she hopes the series will resonate with both locals as well as visitors. Congratulations to Ms. Smith. Up next, viewers, we have much more on the local sporting arena. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Start the year off with more. More speed, more downloading, more savings, and more fire. CCT Fire Fiber Internet gives you the speed you need to keep the whole family connected. Packages starting at $119 with speeds from 300 megabytes per second. Super fast, unlimited downloads, even more reliable connectivity, plus free live streaming TV for the family to enjoy. Sign up for the absolute best fiber internet service in the BVI CCT Fire and pay no installation fee. Plus, get CCT Live TV for free. You deserve more. Get more with CCT. Life Unlimited.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Bye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you, know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out that trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I watching ball. I've been watching football, Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hooked, I tell you.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you all for sticking with us. On the sporting arena in the British Virgin Islands, the BVI Football Association, in collaboration with CONCACAF, recently hosted a groundbreaking Train the Trainers workshop from January 24th to the 26th, aimed at strengthening local coaching expertise and enhancing football development across the territory. This extremely dynamic 3-day workshop brought together football top professionals to equip local trainers with advanced coaching techniques, leadership skills, as well as talent development strategies at all levels. Now, this initiative represents a significant step toward elevating the standard of football within the British Virgin Islands. The BVI FA Technical Director Paul DeCall, in an interview with Tweet 4 Media, highlighted the importance of the workshop in introducing modern training methodologies. He emphasized that the techniques shared would have a lasting impact on football development in the Virgin Islands.
This is an opportunity for us to work very closely with CONCACAF in identifying and developing the next generation of coach educators in our country. What we spent the workshop doing is educating the coach educators on best practices in adult education. The long-term benefits of this would be to best prepare our coaches, and the more we can equip them with the modern tools, is the better they are prepared to go out there and work and improve the players in our country.
The completion of Block 1 of the workshop, DeCal elaborated in BVI FA's strategy to ensure the newly acquired skills and knowledge are effectively implemented at both the grassroots levels and professional levels.
They will now go through a development process where we will monitor and assess their progress, ensuring that they meet the minimum competencies. It does take a minimum of 1 year, but during that process, they will be actively involved in our coaching courses and have the ability to practice in the real environment. This is how we will ensure that their development is well monitored and at the acceptable level, so that they will now be able to go out there, interact with the coaches and help their development as well. So it's starting internally, ensuring that the process meets the requirements of what we expect an educator to be able to do, and then putting them out into the field to work closely with the grassroots coaches and coaches at all levels.
According to DeCal, the feedback from participants was overwhelmingly positive. Coaches praised the high standards of the workshop and expressed enthusiasm about applying the skills they have recently gained.
How we hope this will impact the environment will be them sharing their experiences with coaches in the British Virgin Islands. And, the power of word of mouth, we hope that will be the seed that will be planted to have others come in and be part of our courses. Just the ability to be part of gaining further knowledge and the networking that takes place in the room is where we hope to unite the coaches with one common message that will be spoken to everyone in the British Virgin Islands.
The BVI-FA say they remain committed to maintaining momentum and deepening its collaboration with CONCACAF to advance football development within the British Virgin Islands. DeCal also shared that one of the main goals of the BVI is to join the CONCACAF Coaching Convention, an initiative that aligns with global football training standards.
This workshop is the start of a process with our relationship with CONCACAF in capacity building to be able to staff our coach education department with qualified coach educators. And the long-term part of this is the BVI-FA's process in becoming part of the CONCACAF Coaching Convention. This keeps us in very close contact with CONCACAF as we are now will be obligated to meet their minimum requirements as it relates to running courses in our country, the competencies that we expect coaches to be able to deliver in our environment. So it puts us in a very good place with CONCACAF moving forward, not only for, as I said, workforce development, but also in their support and many other initiatives that we are working towards.
Virgin Gorda United secured a commanding 4-0 victory over Panther FC in the BVI Football Association National Football League last weekend, narrowly reclaiming the top spot in the standings. The win places VG United level with Wolves FC at 26 points, though they have played one game more. The match held at the Virgin Gorda Recreation Grounds on Sunday, January 26, saw an explosive start with Devontae Samuel scoring in the 3rd minute. Joel Morris doubled the lead in the 36th minute standing, and of course, that sending VG United into halftime with a comfortable 2-0 advantage. The second half saw further dominance as Jaden Kwashi netted in the 50th minute before LeBron Williams sealed the win with an 80th minute strike. Despite equaling Wolves on point, VG United leads with the standings due to a superior goal difference. However, Wolves maintains a game in hand, keeping the title race wide open. In addition to another exciting fixture at the Greenland Football Stadium in Tortola, on Sunday, One Love United clinched a dramatic 3-2 victory over Rebels FC, and thanks to the stoppage time goals from Travolta Francis in the 96th minute. One Love took the early lead with a 9th minute goal from Zeron Samuel, but Rebels responded quite swiftly. Goals from Sheldon Harry Sr. and DeAndre McSheen put Rebels ahead 2-1 at halftime. However, One Love United fought back with Richard Morgan equalizing in the 50th minute before Francis secured the crucial late winner. With this win, One Love climbs to 6th in the standings with 17 points, extending their lead over 7th place Rebels FC by 5 points. The National Football League action continues this weekend with live coverage on CCT Live Channel 284, and the match is scheduled as follows: Saturday, February 1st at 8 p.m., One Love versus Wolves, and on Sunday, February 2nd at 6 p.m., Rebels versus Sugar Boys, and 8 p.m., Old Madrids versus Positive. In addition to that, The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman Season 7 has premiered. You're encouraged to catch up. This season began with Travis Rosé, creative director and stylist from the Virgin Islands. Viewers, that is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284media.com. Of course, follow us on our WhatsApp channel, as well as Facebook, 284media, and 284BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter, for daily updates. I'm Ron Grant. Do have a safe and enjoyable evening, as well as a beautiful weekend. Happy Friday, everybody. Goodbye.